And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it.
There goes Larry Fitzgerald, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Jaguars nothing. Josh
and Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. To try again after the sack. Winston, Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. Fitzgerald. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Third down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Hey, stop. Green, triple T.
Jameis now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A short kick taken at the 18. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
He'll buy some time right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Bears 35, Jaguars 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 81 yards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Another run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The 10-yard line.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this is.
Change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says,
beat under pressure, and they got to him again. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
13.
On third down, Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Watch twins. Hey.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Yo.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
For a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Joker. Middle.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The Bears 1st down.
Let's go. You tighten up. Easy. Mike 37. Down to lose one.
To throw is Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6.
23 yards on the play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, blue ready. Even. 4 down, even. 5-0. He's crossing. Flip.
They'll run with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bears add on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
3rd and
2. From the gun, Jackson. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Check.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it.
By the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 4-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee, and shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense. Don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good part. Keep a rack in my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. I see white tee. Shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got chest coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new Chris Foss with